A judge in Illinois just ruled illegal immigrants have the right to keep and bear arms. So rather than the circle with the line through it, we need like a thumbs up emoji there.
This has the potential to open Pandora's box. Welcome to another installment of the Connecticut Gun Bench. Today's video is brought to you by P.A.N. Firearms, LLC. P.A.N. Firearms, NRS certification, and multi-facet gun training. You can reach us at 203-300-6343 or use our website at www.panfirearmsllc.com. As always, there'll be a link in the description box below. And if you like channel, like content, and what I do here, you can support me with the link. Everything's appreciated. And once again, for my Connecticut residents, just yesterday, I did a video on the new training requirements that the state has now updated, and it is getting longer and harder, and it's going to be more expensive. So please get your training done before July 1st and get those applications in. And for those of you who have your permits, watch the expiration date. Do not let it expire. There's a link to the online renewal portal in the description box. Keep an eye on that. Let's talk about this. This is fascinating out of Illinois. An illegal immigrant back in 2020 was arrested for having in his possession a semi-automatic firearm. Now, he didn't really say what kind of firearm it was, model, make, or anything like that, but that's irrelevant. And the reason why they were zoomed in on him in the first place because he was shooting at cars. Now, this was during the BLM riots, 2020, that whole Antifa thing going on. But he says he was told by police that there's a chance that looters might come into his neighborhood, and he was shooting at cars, in my understanding, and the police arrested him. But then they charged him with having possession of a firearm as an illegal immigrant. And I have a lot of questions about that. But let me give you this information first so we can get some context.
The case is pretty simple. Police arrested an illegal immigrant living in Chicago with a gun back in 2020. They charged him for violating the federal law banning illegal immigrants from having guns. It's been on the books for a long time. Judge Sharon Coleman just decided the Second Amendment applies to him, the illegal immigrant, like everybody else, so he can have a gun. In her decision, she wrote that Humberto Flores received and used the handgun solely for self-protection and protection of property during a time of documented civil unrest in the spring of 2020, the summer of love. Court documents show Flores fired the gun at moving cars during the BLM riots in Chicago. He argues police officers warned him about looters who were approaching his neighborhood. Key to this ruling is that the judge says Flores' conduct heavily impacted her decision. He had no criminal record and was not considered a risk to public safety. This case is just one of many challenging that federal statute that prevents illegal immigrants from possessing a firearm. There are cases unfolding in states nationwide.
You heard that and you saw that. Now, immediately, here's my first question. He's an illegal immigrant. How did he get the gun? Where did that gun come from? It's Illinois. Illinois has the firearms owners' ID cards, FOID as they call them. So how did he get access to this firearm? He could not have filled out the 4473 because he's an illegal immigrant. There's the question right there. Are you in the United States illegally? If he checked no, then he's a felon immediately. That's lying on 4473, gets you 15 years. So how did he get the gun? Isn't that a felon in itself? That's a felony right there. How did he get it? But let me see if I can clear that up by coming right into here. Illegal immigrant allowed to carry gun, judge rules. U.S. District Judge Sharon Coleman recently ruled, a Biden appointee, if I'm not mistaken, ruled that an illegal immigrant previously charged for carrying a semi-automatic firearm could legally carry guns under the Second Amendment. According to Epoch Times, illegal immigrants had previously been prevented from carrying guns and ammunition under 18 U.S.C. 922. The outlet reported that prosecutors charged Humberto Carbajal Flores, an illegal immigrant, in 2020 for carrying a semi-automatic pistol in Chicago, despite knowing he was an alien illegally and unlawfully in the United States. The legal immigrants' lawyers previously attempted to have the case against Flores dismissed on 2 separate occasions before the third motion to dismiss the case was accepted by Coleman on March 8th. Coleman dismissed the case based on the Supreme Court's 2022 decision in New York State Rifle and Pistol Association Incorporated versus Bruen. I'm pretty sure the High Court did not intend for that to be applied to this case, but that's just my thought, which expanded gun rights and directed lower courts to follow historical context with regard to gun control laws. Quote, the non-citizen possession statute 18 U.S.C. 922 violates the Second Amendment as applied to Carbajal Flores, Coleman wrote. Thus, the court grants Carbajal Flores motion to dismiss. Now, Carbajal Flores had never been convicted of a felony or violent crime or a crime involving the use of a weapon, even though he's in the United States illegally, which is a crime. Even in the present case, Carbajal Flores contends that he received and used a handgun solely for self-protection and protection of property during a time of documented civil unrest in the spring of 2020, which, fine, there's violence going on, but it still doesn't allow you to circumvent gun laws, which he obviously must have to get this gun, because they're not telling us where it came from. But Coleman added, additionally, pretrial service has confirmed that Carbajal Flores has consistently adhered to and filled all the stipulated conditions of his release, is gainfully employed, and has no new arrests or outstanding warrants. While the Department of Justice argued that the ban on illegal immigrants carrying weapons was similar to historical bans that prevented British loyalists from owning guns following the establishment of the United States, Coleman ruled that historical bans included exceptions that allowed individuals to carry weapons if they were determined to be non-violent according to Epoch Times. Coleman explained that since Carbajal Flores has not displayed dangerous behavior, preventing him from carrying a firearm would go against historical precedent. Let's go ahead and come out of that. Only problem is when you go down this road, you're starting to open up all kinds of other rights that are granted historically to American citizens, and those who are here legally can now be expanded to illegal immigrants, such as voting. And I think, in my opinion, that this judge, I guarantee you, is an activist, woke judge, and is using the Bruen decision for that specific ideal, to broaden rights for illegal immigrants who are here, knowing that we have millions of them that just crossed the southern border over the last 3 years. So I question this move because you're opening Pandora's box. You got people who we don't know their backgrounds, are not vetted, who are all of a sudden going to be allowed to carry guns. Yeah, I got a problem with that. Especially seeing all the hoops that they force most gun owners in this country to go through just to be able to purchase one. Now all of a sudden we're kind of just opening the floodgates because of Bruen. Something else is going on here, and I'm sure we're going to find out what that is as time goes on. But I'd love to hear your opinion on this one. So let me know what you think. As always, you can leave your comments in the comment section below. And as always, any statements of violence or statements that lead to violence will be removed. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you're notified the next time a video goes live. I'm going to see you on the next one. Peace.